Week 7 predictions. We have some teams on a bye week that include my Buffalo Bills, the Los Angeles Rams, the Minnesota Vikings, and I think there's one other team on a bye week because we got 14 matchups here. And starting off with those 14 matchups, we're going to go straight to the Thursday night game. I picked the Cardinals over the New Orleans Saints. I think the Cardinals have a better offense than the New Orleans Saints. It's in Arizona. They're getting D-Hop back. I think it's definitely going to help them. I mean, unless he gets injured. But I think Kyler Murray and D-Hop should be able to get back on the same page. They should get back on track and win a close game to the Saints. Next up, I'm looking at the Detroit Lions at the Dallas Cowboys. I think the Lions are just going to have their... the Cowboys are going to have their way with the Detroit Lions in this one. Defensively, this is one of, if not the best defenses in the NFL. And offensively, they should be good with Dak Prescott coming back. I have no doubt the Lions can put up points, but I think that the Dallas Cowboys will be able to take the win over the Detroit Lions. Oh, I guess I should give scores for these games. Cardinals, I'm going to take over the Saints. I'm going to say they win this game 20-17. And for this game, I'm going to say both teams put up a good deal of points, but I think the Cowboys get a win in this one 34-16. And then we'll continue to stay in the NFC, and we have the Green Bay Packers at the Washington Commanders. So here I'm taking the Packers because I just don't see a world where they lose 3 straight games, especially going into Buffalo in Week 8. The Packers need to win this game. I think they can win this game. I think they will win this game. Carson Wentz is out. Taylor Heineke is not much of an improvement, if at all. And I think Aaron Rodgers will be able to lead the Packers over the Commanders. And defensively, the Packers are going to be all over the Commanders. I got the Packers winning this game 20-7. And then we go to the NFC matchup. Honestly, I think this is going to be a very low-scoring game, and it's going to be closer than a lot of people might think. But I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning over the Panthers. I'm very confident they can bounce back this week, but Buccaneers fans might start worrying, even if they do win. But I am still going to take the Buccaneers to win a low-scoring affair. I got them winning this game 17-13. And then next up, we have the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are a far more complete team than the Atlanta Falcons, but they are a sneaky good team. I think they can make it close with the Bengals, but I think offensively, Jamar, Joe Burrow, they look like they're back on the same page, and defensively, this is a better team than the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals to win in a somewhat close game. I'm going to take them to win this one 31-27, because I think Atlanta can put up points. Then next up, we have the Giants at the Jaguars. Honestly, I don't know. I think this could go either way. Because the Giants are somehow road underdogs to the Jaguars, despite being 5-1. Well, I guess 6-1 if they win this game, and the Jaguars would be 2-5 if they lost this game. The Giants have been solid defensively. They were able to limit Lamar Jackson in the second half, fourth quarter. They were able to pull out some key takeaways to win the game. And offensively, the Giants not perfect, but they can put up enough to win. I think this will be a pretty close game, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the Jaguars win, but I am going to take the Giants narrowly to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars in this one. Actually, yeah, I'm going to stick with the Giants, but again, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Jaguars win this game. I got the Giants winning 21-18. Then next up, we have the Seattle Seahawks taking on the LA Chargers. I think we're going to see a pretty high-scoring game, and I mean, call me crazy, but I wouldn't be shocked to see the Seahawks. I mean, actually, I would kind of be shocked, but like if the Seahawks blew out the Chargers, which I don't see happening, that would be shocking. The Seahawks are a well-coached team, but they just don't have the same level of talent that the Los Angeles Chargers do. I think they're going to be able to win this game, and I think the Chargers will pull away at the end to win this one 34-24. And then next up, we have the Kansas City Chiefs going into San Francisco. I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't see them losing 2 games in a row. I mean, yeah, the 49ers are still a solid team despite the fact that they lost to the Falcons. But I mean, this team was riddled with injuries. And if they're riddled with injuries again, I don't know. That could be difficult on San Francisco. I think Kansas City is going to be able to take care of business in San Francisco, especially because Kansas City's defense looked good against Buffalo. But then again, any given Sunday, I got the Kansas City Chiefs taking this one over the San Francisco 49ers. Final score in this one, 30-20. And then next up, we have the Bears at New England for the Monday. Actually, I want to save this one for last. This is the Monday night game. So we'll go to the Tennessee game, and I'm actually taking the Colts in this one. In seasons past, I've seen the Titans go into Indy and win, and I've seen the Colts go into Tennessee and win. And I think a lot of people are going to pick the Tennessee Titans to win this game just because they beat them last time. But I think the pattern will continue, and I think the Colts will continue their winning streak. Defensively, I think they can hold the Titans down. And if Jonathan Taylor comes back, I think he's going to reestablish himself as one of the best backs in the league. I think it'll be a close game, but I got the Colts winning this game 27-24. And then next up, we have the Browns taking on the Ravens. I think despite all the question marks for who's going to play, I think, Lamar Jackson's listed as questionable. Mark Andrews is listed as questionable. Their offensive tackle, Ronnie Stanley, is questionable. For the Browns, I remember Wyatt Teller, their offensive lineman, was questionable. And I know there are other guys on the Browns, but I think the Ravens are going to be able to pull this one out. I think this can be a somewhat close game because Nick Chubb is a beast, and I think he can keep the Browns in this game. But overall, I got the Ravens winning this game 27-24, as long as they don't collapse in the second half. Wow, I just realized it was the same score as the Colts-Titans. But, I mean, hey, we had similar scores last week. I mean, the Giants and the Ravens game ended 24-20, and so did Bills-Chiefs. So, this could end in the same way. And then next up, we have the Texans taking on the Raiders in Las Vegas. And give me 1 second. I just dropped some cards, sorry. God, I'm dropping everything today. All the Bears receivers. Anyways, I'm sorry, Patriots receivers, my bad. I got the Texans losing to the Raiders. And the reason I got the Raiders winning this game is because offensively, they actually have a game plan. It's in Las Vegas, and defensively, I think the Raiders should be able to hold down Davis Mills. Just don't Raider it, all right? If the Chargers can't Charger it, I don't think you guys should be able to Raider it this week, all right? I think Devontae Adams is going to have a good game. And, of course, for the Texans, Brandon Cooks is going to have a solid outing. Dameon Pierce is a beast. But I think the Raiders will be able to hold down the fort and get the win in this one. I get the final score for this one being 27-13. And then this game, I got the Jets at the Denver Broncos. And I'm actually taking the Jets because they actually look like a legit team right now. And, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Broncos win just to reestablish themselves, but I think it's going to be a low-scoring game in favor of the Jets. The Jets have looked like a better team offensively than a Russell Wilson-led Denver Broncos team, and the Jets are going to make Broncos country cry this week, and I think the Jets are going to be able to get the win in this one 17-10. Actually, 17-9. I don't think they'll get double digits. Then next up, we have the Dolphins hosting the Steelers on Sunday night, and I am taking the Miami Dolphins in this one. I think with Tua coming back, it'll help the Dolphins tremendously. As long as he doesn't get another concussion, the Dolphins should be okay. TJ Watt is not there for the Steelers either, so that's another reason why I'm picking the Miami Dolphins. And overall, I think the Dolphins are just a far more complete team than the Pittsburgh Steelers. I got the Miami Dolphins taking this one over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Final score in this one being 26-17. And then the final score for Bears-Patriots, I think it's going to be a blowout. I'm sorry, Chicago. You guys held your own against the Commanders, but the Patriots have just looked like a completely different animal. Defensively, the Patriots look good. Offensively, they surprisingly look solid, with Ramondre Stevenson and Bailey Zappi leading the charge. I think the Patriots are going to actually win this one by quite a bit, and I see this one actually being a blowout. I think the Patriots win this one 30-3. And I think we've touched on about just about every single game. Let me know what you guys think of my picks in the comments below. I don't know. I feel like some of these might be a little over the top, but these are just my opinion. These are just my opinion based off of what I've seen as far as the injury reports in previous games. But yeah, with that being said, you guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button down below, subscribe if you're new, and click that notification bell to get all the latest news on all my latest content. And with that being said, I will see you guys on the other side for my Week 7 recap. See ya.